Hello everyone. Now today we are going to do Numpy array. Now what is an array? Array has homogeneous data types and it is similar to list, but list stores heterogeneous data types and array stores homogeneous data types. Arrays are much faster than list and occupies less space. So let us start with the theory portion. Now in your syllabus you are having introduction, array, what is Numpy array, indexing. Already you have done list indexing, string indexing, so it is similar. From 0 it will start. Slicing, similar to list, string and tuple. That is, slicing will be using colon sign. You will mention the start value, from where to start, colon, stop value, colon, step value. Next, what all operations you can do on arrays? You can do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, etc. All the arithmetic operations you can do. Then we will do the other functions also, like sort, and many other functions are also there. Now concatenating, using np.concatenate, we can concatenate two arrays. Reshaping from one dimensional to two dimensional or any dimension, you can reshape using reshape function. You can reshape the array. Splitting one array, you can split into two, as well as you can use stack to join. Statistical operations on arrays, we will do all the statistical operations, mean, all the statistical operations will be loading arrays from files, and at the end saving Numpy array in files on disk. Now here is your book. Already NCERT has given you the book in which all the topics are covered. So these we will do one by one. Now what is Numpy? Numpy is numerical Python. So here you will deal with the numbers. So for data analysis and scientific computing with Python, we are using it. Numpy uses a multi-dimensional array object. So we will do today one-dimensional and two-dimensional, and has functions and tools for working with these arrays. The powerful n-dimensional array in Numpy speeds up data processing. Numpy can be easily interfaced with other Python packages and provides tools for integrating with other programming language. That's why it is very useful. Even when you will do pandas, you will use Numpy. Next, how to install Numpy? You will open the command prompt, and there you will switch on the internet, and then you will type pip install Numpy. So mine already it is installed. I will show you. So here I will simply command prompt, and you will type here pip install Numpy. Since mine is already installed, it will show requirement fulfilled. I have to switch on the internet also, then it will show. So it already internet, if it is on, then it will show requirement already fulfills. I have already installed. Now in array contiguous memory location. So all the elements will be stored continuously. Now here you can see each element of the array is of same data type. So similar data type elements we will use in array. The entire array is stored continuously in memory. This makes operations on array fast. Next, each element of the array is identified or referred using the name of the array. So here you will write the name of the array, and then all the functions, all the elements you can access. Now here the first value index position is always 0, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So using the index position we can access the elements of the array. Now Numpy array, you will store numerical data, vectors, matrices, and Numpy library has a large set of routines, built-in functions for creating, manipulating and transforming Numpy arrays. Python language also has an array data structure, but it is not as versatile, efficient and useful as a Numpy array. The Numpy array is officially called Ndarray. So you in exam normally it is asked what is Ndarray or what is Numpy array, but commonly known as array. In rest of the chapter we will be referring to Numpy array whenever we use array. So let us start with the difference between list and array. Now in list we are having different data types, heterogeneous data types, and in this same data types, similar data types. Now in list, elements are not stored contiguously in memory. Here elements are stored, so it is much faster than list. Then lists do not support element wise operation like addition, multiplication. Here element wise, if you are having a 2D arrays and you want to add each elements of those arrays, that is possible in array. Now list can contain objects of different data types that Python must store the type information for every element along with its element value. Thus lists take more space in memory and are less efficient. Whereas in NumPy it is similar data types, so it is much faster and it takes less memory. List is a part of core Python, whereas Ndarray is a part of NumPy library. So here you have to use import NumPy, whereas list you don't have to import any library, directly you can use it. Now how to create NumPy array from a list using array function. So this we will do practically now. We will import NumPy, alias name you can give. So import NumPy as np we will write, and then np.array, and we will mention all the elements. So with array function you can create, here you can see using array functions you can create 1D as well as 2D. Nested list I can use and create a 2D. Like here I have used a nested list and a 2D is created. This is your NCERT book. You can search in NCERT site or CBSE site. You will get the NCERT book. Now all the different attributes of NumPy array we will use here, and dim to check the dimension, then shape, the number of rows and columns you can check it, size you can check it, how many elements are there, then Ndarray item size, each item size you can check. Then so there are many things how to create it using array. We will create it using ARANGE function, then using 0, using 1, then we will do indexing and slicing, then all the functions we will do. Let us start practically how to do it. Now here how to create a NumPy array. First we will write import NumPy as np, then array name you can write any name, then np.array and the values you give it. Now when you will print the array it will show the output. So here you can see it is showing the output 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So this is creating the array. The second method of creating the array is using ARANGE function. So np.arrange, and then it is similar to range where it starts from 0. By default it starts from 0 and it is 1 less. So 0 to 9 you can see here 0 to 9. If you want to change it, suppose I want to write here 1 to 10. So I will write here 1 comma, and instead of 10 you have to give 11. Always here you have to. So I have given here 11. Now when you will run it, you can see here it is showing. Here it is showing 1 to 10. Clear? Suppose step value, if you give 2, then it will skip 1 value. So here I am giving step value as 2. So 1, 3, 5, 7. Again you run and see it. It is showing here. Here 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So using ARANGE function you can mention the range, the start value, the stop value and the step value. Next method to create is zeros. Using zeros function you can create it. Now here I have used for 2-dimensional, I have mentioned here 3 rows and 4 columns. In this you have to mention the data type also, and for once I have to again mention how many rows and columns. You can see it will make an 2D array with 3 rows and 4 columns. So here 3 rows and 4 columns full of zeros and 3 rows and full columns full of ones. So this is how to create it. Other than this you are having the linspace also. Suppose I want to use a linspace function. Let us create using I am creating one linspace one. So here I will write here np.linspace, and then small letter it is, so linspace, and then I will mention here suppose the start value and the stop value, and in between how many numbers you want. Suppose here I have written the start value as 10 and the stop value is this in between I want 10 values. Now this is suppose A4, array name is A4. Now when you will run it, you will see it is creating here using linspace from 10 to 101. 10 values you can see here, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and the last value will be included here, it is 101. If you mention here 100, then it will take 100 only. So using zeros it is creating here the next one. Now this is for, now suppose I want to use a list inside another list. Now here you can see for two-dimensional what I have done. I have created a one-dimensional first, and then I have used a reshape function to convert it into two-dimensional. Same array A. So here 90 to 60, these many values were there. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these many values are there. Now 2 rows and 3 columns I want to make. So 2 rows means 90, 80, 30 will be there, and next row will be 40, 50, 60. So when you will run it, you run and see, here it is 90, 80, 30, and next row will be 40, 50, 60. Okay. So one dimensional to two dimensional we are creating here. Next is array from a list. So here this much is over. Using reshape you can convert a one dimensional to two dimensional. Now a list, nested list I am having, and I am creating here the array using the nested list. Now you can see the output of this, it is in form of two dimensional. So here array from a list 1 to 3, it is in form of two dimensional. So using a square bracket I have created it. Now array from tuple. So here I have used same thing I have written with round bracket. So it is a tuple. Now it is creating a tuple. So you can check here array from tuple. So it is similar to a list, only tuple is in round bracket and list is in square bracket. Now in this one facility you are having that you can add each elements of the list. Now two arrays I am having A2 and A3, which I have created just now. From a list I have created A2, from a tuple I have created A3. Now I am adding each elements, I am subtracting, and you might have seen here all the elements are similar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Tuple is also having the same values. Now when you will add it, 1 plus 1 will be 2. When you will subtract it, 1 minus 1 will be 0. Multiply 1 into 1 will be 1. Divide 1 divided by 1 will be 1. Mod is remainder, so remainder will be 0. Now you can check here, while you are adding, each elements of the two array gets added. Subtracting each element, since both the arrays were similar, subtraction is showing 0. Multiplication 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it will be 1 into 1, 2 into 2, 3 into 3. Both the arrays were having same values. In divide, all are 1 as both are having same values. Modulus is 0. So this is your arithmetic functions you have done. Now slicing. Now in slicing we have already done that. We have to mention the start value, colon stop value, then colon step value. Now here an array you are having containing these values. If suppose the start value is 2 and the stop value is 5. Now you can see here this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. That is from 30 it will start. And so 30, this is 2, 3, 4. So 30, 40, 50 it will print here. So you check here the slicing. So slicing will be 30, 40, 50. Correct? So it has properly sliced. Now in two-dimensional, how to slice this. Now you check here slicing in 2D. So this is your two-dimensional, that is 90, 80, 30 is first row and 40, 50, 60 is your second row. 1, 2, 3, that is your row wise. From 1 we will start, that is from 80 you are starting, and 30. So 80 and 30 you are taking, and column wise you are taking 1 to 2, that is only the middle column you are taking. So you can check here the answer. Here you can see the answer. only the middle column you have taken, and row wise you were taking from the second row, and that is 0, 1, 0 you haven't taken, from 1 you were starting. So the answer is 5 and 8. Clear? So this, like this, you just practice each and every question. You have already seen what all things are given here. You just see each, and for all the functions you have to use like np.concatenate function, np.split function, np.sort function. All those functions you use it. And in book, all in your NCERT book, all the different topics they have explained very nicely. Go through the book. Even transpose is also there. So here np.transpose you will do, and simply you can see here, np, the array name, array, whatever array you are having, dot transpose you have to do it. Transpose means it will convert the rows into columns and columns into rows. Just it will transpose it. So here you can see array dot transpose we have used, and it has converted. Array dot sort function you can use, and it will sort in ascending order by default. Normally whenever we are doing the work, we are using axis here. Axis by default it is row, and if you write axis equals to 1, then it will be column wise. Now concatenate arrays, that is to join the two arrays, we will use concatenate function. You can see here you have to use concatenate, np.concatenate, then array1 comma array2. It will join the two arrays. And for reshaping, already you have used here reshaping. ARANGE also you have used. Using ARANGE, the start value and the stop value is mentioned, similar to range function. So in this book, very nicely it is explained. The splitting of the array, if you mention row wise you have to split, so axis will be 0. Column wise you have to split, the axis will be 1, and you mention from where you have to split. Now all the statistic functions you have been given here. So you can see this topic, statistical operations on array. Now in this, all the functions you can do, that is array.max you can find out, array.min you can find out, then array.sum, array.mean, mean average you are. Then here these two, standard deviation, std function. So here array.std function will display the standard deviation. Now loading arrays from files. Now here two methods you are learning new. Now this is new, this was not added in the previous portion. That is numpy.loadText and numpy.gen from text. Clear? So using this from comma separated values, you can load it as well as load arrays from files. So from any file using load text, you can load the arrays from any file. Normally in Excel you can create it, and .csv extension you can give to save it. Already one video is there for CSV that you can go through. Now same way here also, gen from file, you can simply mention the file name, and it will take all the values and it will create a array. Clear? Now saving numpy arrays in files on disk. Now here save text command, save text function is used to save the numpy array in files on disk. That is vice versa it is doing. Now here you are having the summary. The summary you go through of this book. Solve the questions at the end. It is given all the questions. If you have any doubt in any question, mention in comment box so that we can clear all your doubts. So thank you. Have a nice day.